And then speaking of love, okay, because you love your partners. Love is Blind season 4 is out.
Wow. Now you're getting better at transitions.
Thank you. That segues are like good.
Yeah. I mean, you went from like horrible to like bad.
No,
So
Love is
you're
Blind is
going
still
up.
horrible because people there suck.
Yeah.
Like
We had this conversation yesterday.
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yes.
Just put down in the comments if you find it odd
Mm-hmm.
that like all reality, and I'm putting in quotation marks, the reality aspect of reality TV shows,
true.
they're always conveniently very interesting. There's always
It's still
some
life.
sort of drama happening,
Yes.
as opposed to like real life where it's like not always something crazy
Well, okay,
happening.
no, for sure.
I'm not saying it's scripted. I'm just saying
Okay.
it's very convenient.
Okay, I do believe for sure 100% there's like, the producers kind of push narrative. Like one thing about Love is Blind, everyone always drinks out of these golden cups.
Mhm.
The reason why is because when they do edits, you wouldn't notice like how much they've drank. From the 20 minutes, I drink this much water.
Yeah.
If the cup is golden, you don't see what's inside. You won't know that it's been like really odd edits, right? That's one thing that they do. But in general, I mean, I think reality TV show you need they purposely pick certain personalities, knowing that personalities will clash. Tu comprends?
Uh-huh.
So that's kind of like the product of like what reality TV shows are. But this season, I swear, I mean, I've watched Jersey Shore. I've watched everything. This season is so messy, and it's like this one girl. She was engaged to this guy, and then turns out one night she told him, "Yo, I want you to boss up." But if I tell you to boss up, how would you feel? If I tell you that I need you to boss up, how would you take that?
In what situation? I'll be like,
Let's
I've
say
never heard you speak this way.
no. Okay, fair enough. That's not
Like,
my.
are you okay, bro?
Sure enough, I don't mean to
Are
say
you
that.
drunk, bro? You need to stop
No,
drinking. I'll
but
take your
she
cup
went in
away.
a sense of like she wants him to be more aggressive, like boss up.
Like start fighting people.
No, I think she was saying like
You need to explain the concept.
Yeah,
like
fair
I
enough.
understand the words, what they mean, but like there needs to
But
be
more in the
context.
sense of like she wants like aggressive in the bed, or just because I think the thing for him, he was very very sweet.
You already know what time it is. Since you boss up,
But I think for him, he again just very different personalities. But I think she gonna give me vibes of a person that just loves to argue. You know what I mean? There's some people that just love to argue, and then he seemed like he was more passive. So I felt like that's where it wasn't working.
Yeah.
Puis à la fin, when it was their wedding, so they have an episode every season.
She wanted to get fucked, and he wanted to make love.
Exactly. Wow, that's so poetic. That's actually the most poetic way. Yeah, that's basically it. Yeah. There's an episode where everybody goes wedding dress shopping, and then the men get their suits fit and everything.
Yeah.
And then the girl, the fiance, she wasn't there. So one of the friends called up her fiance. She's like, "Yo, where's Jacqueline?" Because she's called Jacqueline. Et le gars a dit like her groom or like the man she was engaged to. He's like, "Yo, your girl is not at the dress fitting." If he come, and then they meet up later. Turns out, instead of going to the dress fitting, she went to meet up another person from the show, and then they made out there. And then when he met up with her at night, he was like, "T'es pas venu?" She was like, "You know what? I can't love you." She was kind of being honest, but like very like she didn't have to do it this way. She was like basically kind of cheating on him.
But isn't it convenient that she did?
Bro?
Huh?
Yeah.
Isn't it convenient that she
Yeah.
did? She didn't have to, but it's just convenient that she did.
Yes,
Isn't
right?
it funny?
Poor trash. And then the guy after he asked her, "Can I get the ring back?" Tu sais ce qu'elle a dit? She's like, "I accepted this ring, so I will keep it."
Bitch, watch me bust up.
Yeah. Would you be mad? How would you feel if you got engaged to me, and I got engaged to you, whatever, and then we broke off the engagement? We both agree, and you ask me for the ring back, and I say no.
Okay, so here's the situation. If this happens, either you have it on you, and I'm just yanking it off your hand, or I know where you live, and I'm busting the door open. Explain the situation to your parents. Be like, "Yo, I need to go to your daughter's room. I'm taking one thing, and it's the ring." And then that's it.
Damn.
And I feel like they would understand. And even if they wouldn't understand, I'd be like, "I don't give a fuck because I know where her room is at."
Yeah.
So you either make this situation easy for everybody,
Yeah,
or I make it petty for everybody, and I don't care.
Yeah. But honestly, I mean, it's pretty messed up. I mean, why would I want to
And
keep
then I'll
a
leave you a
ring
voicemail. I bossed up.
with my fucking ring and I burned your house?
I bossed up, bitch.
So you would be mad if I didn't give you the ring back?
Of course. What do you mean? It's my squad.
And then
Fuck you think?
so ridiculous.
Think I'm gonna buy you like a couple $1,000 ring and not get it back? T'es folle? C'est pas bien dans ta tête ou quoi?
And then the thing is, like, I guess that kind of proves of how much he was simping for her. He was like, okay, I wish you the best. I was like, bro, that's an example of what you...
I mean, I wish you the best, but you giving my shit back.
Actually,
or I'm stealing stuff from your house that equivalates that value.
I would be so petty if I was him. I would be like, keep the ring. I'm gonna curse it. I'm gonna curse this ring. I wish that you get cursed forever. Gee. Bro. Yeah. So this season is really wild.
You pull up to your apartment and be like, where the fuck is my couch? Be like, yeah, we'll give me my ring back.
Actually, yeah.
Did you steal my couch? Yes, I did.
I just stole your guitar. Both of them. Yes.
Why?
No, solid.
Tu vas m'acheter une bague?
No, I'm gonna sell it.
So you would take my ring and steal my guitar?
Yes.
I would slap the shit out of you.
What? I saw this thing though. There was this girl, I think she was cheated on, and what she did, it was so petty but so funny. She put like fish guts in the ventilation, so it's how house smelled like fish. So she did slash his tires, but I think that would be the type of version of revenge I would do. You know, it's very subtle, but it's gonna know you for the next week.
I watched the most fucked up TikTok, and I know for a fact it's fake.
How do you know it's fake? TikTok is real. Everything on the internet is real.
No. There's just certain stories that it's like it's impossible. But just if it happened,
that's wild.
I entertain the idea. So basically, it's like this girl. They're doing like a podcast thing, and she's talking about a situation where she cheated on her boyfriend.
Okay.
And she was like, I went out, and she went hooked up with another dude, and like they fucked, and he busted a nut in her vagina, right?
Okay.
And then she came back, and for some reason she didn't like, extracted the nut from her vagina. She kept it in her vagina. And when she came over to her boyfriend was horny and wanted to eat her out. And he ate her out, and he's like, your pussy tastes so amazing. As he's, allegedly.
But that was, so she wasn't another guy.
Yes. He busted inside of her. And she kept it inside of her. She went over to her house, and her boyfriend was like, I'm horny, I want to eat you out. And he ate her out. And he was like, oh, ton boubou est tellement juicy en ce moment.
First thing, I feel that would completely fuck up your pH down there because...
Yo, number one, that's not real. Right?
Sometimes because people are so weird.
If it's real, that person is a psychopath. This is a serial killer in the making. I need the police to pull up right now. You know that meme? That dude's like, police! Just she needs to go to a federal prison for a life. And I feel like, I've never tasted a nut. So I don't know the texture of the qualities of it. But I feel like if I would eat pussy, I feel like it would be so different from like a regular. I'm like, what the fuck? Let me open the lights. What's going on right now?
What's this conversation, bro? My mom watches.
It is what it is, bro.
Yo, I don't know. Sometimes like, it's like, I don't want to just believe everything, obviously not, but some people are just crazy enough that, because remember when we went to Cuba and the guy that told the story about his girl, and then she roundhouse kicked him, and then she threw his clothes and then out the window with the cap. Honestly, looking at this guy, I believe it.
But that's more believable than this story.
But even that, you wouldn't believe it. They would be like, oh, that's cap. I was like, no, man. Looking at this guy's face, this is real.
Have you ever met a person in your life where you're like, regardless what he said, you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure.
No, the message come.
Sure, that happened, of course.
I have to look in the eyes and be like, I can see that happening.
But he's like, he kind of gives you like crazy vibes. So you kind of act like
he gave me like steezy vibes.
Exactly. So you kind of like pretend like you believe him. You know what I mean? Because just in case he might be like a little like crazy.
Like, I don't know, but I believe them.
Anyways, that story, I was like, bruh, this is disgusting. But I was like, bruh, they say you never should hit women. But if this was true and I find out, I feel like I should be allowed to like slap you just like at least once.
Like, I don't know, bro. That's kind of weird, bro. It's kind of like when you read those am I the asshole thread on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like some of them may be cap, but like it's so hard. I don't know. I have better things to do than make up a whole ass story and pin like 8 and
you
2,
do.
8. Huh?
You do. But certain people, like, their lives is on Reddit.
Ouais, c'est ça, mais moi, j'ai mieux à faire, là, excuse-moi, là. Like, I could spend an hour on YouTube, that would be more productive. Maybe writing a whole ass essay on Reddit.
Yeah.
Like, j'ai mieux à faire, genre.
Recently I read one of those stories, like, Am I the Asshole?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a story about how this dude, he went over to, like, he was in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if he was married. I feel like he was married already.
Mm-hmm.
And they went over on vacation to where her parents lived.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of like booking a hotel, they were like, you can spend the time with at our parents' house, blah blah blah. So whatever, they went over for the first day. They just got there, brought all the suitcases. You know, the day went well. They had lunch, blah blah blah. Where they had like they had lunch, supper. And after the night, like, everybody's getting ready to go to bed, and the parents are like, well, you can sleep on the couch. Telling that to the husband. The husband's like, well, I mean, he brushed it off as a joke. He's like, no, I'm going to go sleep in the same bed as my wife.
I think I saw that one. Yeah.
And they're like, no, you're going to sleep on the couch.
It's my damn house.
He's like, what the fuck? You guys are serious? Like, he was like, I'm an adult. This is my wife. Like, what do you mean I can't sleep, like, in the same bed as her? And he's like, he got super offended. He was like, I'm going to go sleep, like, at the motel. In a hotel.
Yeah.
I was like, and then I'll see you later. Like, I'm not sleeping on the fucking couch. And he was like, the couch already seemed like it was going to be uncomfortable. And I'm not sure if he had, like, back problems or regardless. He's like, just out of, like, the point, he was like, I'm not sleeping on a fucking couch.
I didn't give me an inflatable mattress, bro.
And then the next day when he talked, he's like, yeah, your parents are gonna need to, like, they want like an apology. Like, they insist you for you to come back, and they want you to apologize for not sleeping on the couch. And he's like, I'll apologize if your parents, like, at least acknowledge the fact that it's odd that they asking me
married.
Yeah, like, daughter, exactly, that I can't sleep in the same bed as my wife. And they're like, nah, they don't want to apologize. And they're like, no, they insist. Like, if you don't, like, come and sleep over on the couch, like, you're not welcome anymore in the house.
Like, how would you feel that was a situation with my parents?
I feel like that's
and you're married. Like, I feel like that's the biggest thing, because the fact that it's not like boyfriend. I understand everybody has different culture, like, values. I understand that, but there's a point where you're, like, married and people already know that you guys have slept together. That's just, like, a solid base, bro. You know, so you're married. It's been a couple of years. So I feel like or maybe this is not even like this guy. I feel like that's the parents telling him, we don't like you.
But I just feel like there's certain things you need to do before you get married.
Like what?
You gotta at least come over the house and sleep over the house once. You know what I mean?
No, for sure. But just like,
just to
I feel
make
like
sure that the parents are not like,
or like meet the parents, or like, again, they don't like him clearly because like, they want to sleep on. And then the wife, did she back him up? I think I don't remember that story she did.
No, from what I remember, they were like, oh, that's just how my parents are, and they were just kind of like, there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, it's hard because it's their household, right? So who am I to be like, oh, fuck my parents, make them? It's hard. It's kind of hard because it's. I don't know if I want to say it's not that deep, because again, that means the parents just really dislike him, I feel. So, and again, that's gonna cause more issue if he doesn't apologize. But I don't think he really has to apologize.
I wouldn't apologize, but like, you guys are crazy.
Would you come back to my place? Actually, you don't even like going to my place because tu dis qu'il fait trop chaud chez nous.
Yo, vous gardez votre appartement à 26 degrés.
Which is natural temperature. You keep yours at 21 or like 19. Hello?
I put it at 21 for you.
21, I'm so cold, bro.
You like, it wasn't 19. I gave you 2 degrees.
The reason
I gave you 2 degrees. You pay hydro here?
Yo.
You pay any bills here?
The reason why I stopped, because you gave me
you pay any bills here?
Yes,
or it's a yes or no question.
Bro, I pay with my company. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
That's a no. That's a long way to saying no.
When you were playing that record, what were you thinking?